my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing super well. It feels weird to be talking to a camera because I have not filmed a video in very long. Where have I been? Firstly, I just want to kind of address this because it feels like it hasn't been too long, but at the same time it feels like I've really slacked. I have just gotten a new job. I've been there now for 3 weeks. I am absolutely loving it. It is my favourite job I've ever done, and I am basically working a lot of long shifts. These long shifts are pretty much 12 till 11 at night, so they are long, and I'm pretty much doing about 45 hours a week. So when I'm trying to sit down doing a YouTube video, I'm either too tired, I don't have any ideas, or it's just a bit of a fumble at the minute. But I do want to get back into it. I don't want to like let a new thing kind of impact the fact that I love YouTube and it's an amazing hobby and things. But I am probably just going to be doing at the moment 1 week uploads, or possibly pushing it to 2, because today I have got work at 12, but I'm pushing myself out of bed to actually film this. So yeah, I hope you guys understand that, and hopefully we can get back into the swing of things soon. Sorry about that. But today in my video I wanted to talk about why the hell I talk like this. Why am I talking like this? Basically, I want to kind of just chat to you about my driving theory. I have had so many DMs, so many questions, and so many requests to do a video about this. So if you didn't already know, I passed my driving theory a couple of weeks ago now, maybe about 4 weeks ago. It was the best thing that's happened to me this year so far, I feel, because driving came very natural to me. It's very natural in me. I've always had that kind of able to pick up things quite quickly, and driving was one of those, and I'm so ready to take my test. Fortunately, I cannot book it at the minute due to COVID-19, just that they are backtracking everything, but I was able to do my theory because I had rebooked it before coronavirus. So I went in and done my theory on the 7th of July, I think. I can't actually remember, but yeah, and I passed it with like 25 out of 50, so not amazingly, but I still passed, and I generally didn't think I had, like everyone says that. But I just basically wanted to give you some tips. I wanted to see what I done and a little bit of the experience of how it happens, because I haven't seen a lot of videos about this and it'd be very, very helpful. So let's carry on. So the main thing I feel like I have to address is that I use the DVSA app on the phone. I think this is the best app. I know a lot of my friends use it, a lot of people use it, and basically it is just a fab app. You do have to pay for it. I think it was around £5, but it is so worth it. They have all the study topics. I'm going to put up a little overlay on it as well. So how I use this app would be completely different to a lot of how other people would use it. I really needed to pass this theory. I really need to start driving to be able to give me some freedom, to be able to let me drive to work, things like that, to college. So I know I needed to give in the hours to actually pass my theory. So what I did was I started ages ago, but then it kept getting delayed due to coronavirus. But basically I done it about 2 weeks before, and every day I done up to about 2 topics. So I would do on the study bit, and I would actually revise, and I'd write down all the main topics, all the main like points and things, and then I would do a individual test for that topic. And then at the end of how I'd finished all of them topics, I done constant tests. They are obviously the 50-mark questions, and I just done them every day. I done about 3 a day, and I was very, very confident, and I was constantly doing them, and they were completely different questions each time. So that's just something I've got to say. Download this app. There are loads about, but I've definitely got to say that this one is the most like it because it's the DVSA app. This is identical to the questions. The questions are identical how they're wrote. I also sometimes I just went online and I asked for like a few separate questions that weren't on the app, just so it kind of broke it up a little bit. But yeah, that's basically what I used, and I also want to recommend to actually go out. And if you aren't driving at the minute, I find it harder, and I think a lot of people do, to actually pass their theory. So when you're out and about, not with exactly your driving instructor, but maybe you're out with your mum like I was, I would see a sign and I'd say, right, I know what that is. I would see some lines, I would look at it and I would say, right, I know what that means, I can't cross but they can. For instance, I'd look on the road because that's what they're there for. I also use YouTube videos, so there was a really good guy that I will try and link. I found a really good couple of road sign videos for him, and it stuck with me ever since then because I'm quite a visual learner. If I hear it and see it, I got it. So that really helped. But I think it's just for you in the theory side of things. If you know what helps you in life, and you know how you learn, it's a bit like GCSEs. How did you learn? How did you do this stuff? How much did you need to learn? I was never going to get it if I just walked into that exam, because some of the questions are basic common knowledge, but some of them are actually quite difficult, I think, and some of them play a little bit of a trick on you, just because you would think, wait, that could be a lot of different things, but it's actually not. Sorry, I needed a sip of my cup. Can you tell I'm tired, Anne? Look at me in this thing. I've got no makeup on and I look just like tired. I'm really sorry. Like, I just wanted to get it out and just chill. Like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, what is the next thing I was going to say? Oh yes, so I was going to mention about how it actually happens, how you book it. As much as this stuff is quite common knowledge, a few people might not know, they might not have parents who know really that much. So basically, how you book your test, you have to go onto the government website. You okay, Bella? Why does she walk like that? It's the weirdest thing ever. I got her to move. So yeah, you basically go on the government website, type in just driving theory, booking, and it will ask you to pop in all your details. She's going. It will ask you for your provisional license, and obviously a provisional license you can apply for when you are 15 and a half. So as soon as you turn that, guys, if you're watching this video and you're quite young, apply for it. It's basically just a little card, and it's like a driving license, but it's a provisional one, and you need that for your theory and to be able to book your theory. You need it to be able to drive on the road when you turn 17. A lot of things. It's basically your gateway into actually being able to drive. So you need that, and then you just basically need to go on to your nearest test centre. So I have quite a good few around me, but I actually first off booking the one right next to me, and then coronavirus happened and I had to book one quite far away from me, which I was fine with because I just wanted it to get it out of the way and done. Then it'll ask you for dates, and all I've got to say is, before coronavirus, I booked it in January, ready for March, literally for my birthday. If I tried to book it on my birthday for a couple of weeks, it wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been able to take it till like May. So just have that in mind. Be prepared. Be organised. So that's that kind of booking, and then you just basically pay 20, I think it's 25, 30, or it's £25, £30 to actually book it. So obviously that's quite expensive. The whole thing of driving is very expensive to learn and to do everything. And then how does it actually happen? So I went in and I actually got there like 20 minutes early, because I do recommend to actually get there early. And sometimes my actual friend went 5 minutes, he went in 5 minutes to go and they didn't let him in. So just have that in mind. Don't think, oh, they're not going to care if I'm 5 minutes late or whatever. They do. They are so strict. And the people that work there are a bit like the exam invigilators at GCSEs and A-levels. They are not nice. It's their job to kind of be scary. As such. So yeah, you walk in, you basically say your name, and you give your provisional license as well, and you put all your things on your locker, your phone, everything. And you wait, you have to sign some paperwork, and then you get taken to your little desk. So it has a computer, it has a keyboard, and it's got some headphones. You go on, you have a trial thing, so you get to see how it works and things, and then you go straight on into the multiple choice questions. Basically, you do the multiple choice questions. You've got 57 minutes for 50 questions. Didn't take me long at all. I probably spent about 15 minutes on it, but I would just say double check it, and you can flag questions up, so then at the later point you can actually come back to them. I sometimes think this is a good thing, but also a bad thing, because then you overthink it. But then, so yeah, you go basically in, and that's pretty much what you do. Then you can have a break, and then you do your hazard awareness, and the hazard awareness is quite actually difficult, I think personally. I definitely think that people assume it's going to be really easy because it's just watching some little cars go, but it's not, because if you press that too many times and you think that there's too many hazards, you will get 0, and I got 3 zeros, so I was so close to mucking it up. So that's just something I've got to say. Be really, really careful on the hazard perception bit. If you suffer from any sort of like dyslexia or any disability, you can always get extra help. You can always book it when you book your theory test to write a little note. If English isn't your first language or anything like that, they do have people there and they do have separate rooms. But yeah, after that you basically are finished. I really didn't think I had passed. I was literally like not even going to collect the paper because I didn't think I had passed. I went in, the woman gives it to you and you basically walk out, get your stuff in the locker and then you can check. I was in the hallway and I literally screamed and I had a little dance and I was so over the moon. I came out and told my mum I had failed, but she knew that I had passed. Like, she knew it in my face. I couldn't even lie to her. Rang my dad and everything. So it was a really nice feeling. It's a lovely feeling to actually pass your driving theory, and honestly, if you put the time and effort into it, you can make it work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to say. I would just say, if you've got your theory very, very soon, just do as much revision as you possibly can. Don't stress yourself out too much. It's not as bad as it seems, and just double check your questions. And just know, the thing that was keeping me going was I would have to pay £23 to redo it. So just think about that. If you do need any little advice or any little help, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is down below. It's brooke.c12. You probably follow me over there. If you don't, then why don't you? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm really sorry about the lack of uploads, but I'm sure to be back. Also, thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. It really, really does mean a lot to actually start to get back up to what I was before. But thank you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.